Welcome to Veterans Voice, where we highlight programs and services that support our veterans. I'm Chris Kimball. One thing we've learned from the COVID pandemic is just how important transportation is to our economy and our quality of life. Ryan Peters, Director of Gulf Inland Crew Management at Marquette Transportation, joins us to explain why his company provides a unique opportunity for veterans looking to continue a career of service. Hello, Brian.
Hey, Chris.
Thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Ryan, why maritime industry, and what about this industry is so promising?
Absolutely. So a career in the maritime space offers a number of advantages, uniquely situated to veterans inclusive. To start, there is typically no education requirement beyond a high school diploma to begin. You are typically in control of your own trajectory. You have very stable hitches. Our typical work schedule is 30 and 15, which means you spend 30 days on a vessel and you have 15 days off, which a lot of people find is a good ratio. There are tons of transportation providers looking to hire as many folks as they can because it's in such high demand. This organization, and specific to inland waterway towboating, which is what Marquette does, you're providing the nation with many of the products we need to fuel our bodies and vehicles. And as an aside, our veterans will be uniquely situated to feel comfortable right off the bat because there is a very specific chain of command that needs to be followed in the maritime space. And I know that comes naturally for someone who has served some time in the armed forces.
Great. Tell us about types of careers.
So really, when we talk about the maritime space, there's going to be 3 different career paths that you'd be able to follow. So typically, a person comes to us without any experience, and we consider them a deckhand trainee. Those folks typically make around $170 a day, which the way the schedule works, that's a starting pay of around $41,000 in annual wages if you just work the 240 days. Now that goes all the way up to mates or senior mates where they're making $300 a day, and that comes about to $75,000. So in a very short time, and this has happened within 2 years, you can almost double your salary without having any experience or further education. Now, once you've decided that you've mastered the deckhand performance path, we have 2 other areas where you can grow, which is the tankerman career path and the wheelhouse career path. The tankerman career path, what they do is they are deckhands that have been with us for a while, but they go and receive special schooling to learn how to transfer liquid cargo from shore to barge. And as you can see, a tankerman that starts at $233.50 a day, all the way up to $360 a day. Now, also, if you want to go further, you can become what we call a wheelman in the industry, and that's someone who is actually driving the boat. Wheelmen typically start at $585 a day and go all the way up to $730 a day, which is almost $200,000 in annual wages. And that jump, we've had folks to go from a deckhand position to a wheelhouse position in 3 to 5 years. So that's significantly life-changing opportunity.
I can only say, wow, Ryan. Tell me about the advantage of Marquette.
So Marquette is known as an industry leader. We as an organization believe we have the best mariners out there. We're very meticulous in trying to find the right people and matching them to the right experience in order to help them be successful. As you stated in the intro, COVID disrupted many of the organizations within North America and across the world. However, we did not lay off a single person. We actually grew our business during that time by changing our business models from mainly focusing on petrochemicals and aggregate to if there's a customer out there that needs us to push something, we're going to do it. So we've gained tremendous strength within our diversification. And, you know, the third strength or Marquette advantage is that you are in complete control of your promotion. You're in complete control of your trajectory. There's plenty of opportunity to increase your knowledge and skills and your paycheck. And it just starts with you deciding this is something you want to do, setting a goal and following through.
Ryan, that is great information. You have me thinking about the soft skills that veterans have, timeliness, dedication to duty. Can you think of any more skills of that nature that Marquette is looking to?
Absolutely. So determination. I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to set goals and to achieve, and we're going to help you achieve those goals. We're going to give you the tools in order to do that. But above all, and I've witnessed it before, you know, amongst our armed forces, have a positive attitude, right? Fake motivation is still motivation. And that is absolutely critical to success, is that attitude is going to influence every aspect of your working life on our vessels.
Ryan, I had a chance to look at the video from Marquette. Not only was it an amazing production, but it really gave a good idea of the type of work. And just as you said, it seems that everyone that was interviewed had the same response. You start at the bottom, and our dream is to get to the wheelhouse.
That's exactly right. And well, if that's what you want to do, and you do the things that we ask you to do, you'll get there in no time.
Excellent. Ryan, it seems that you've just made it a direct comparison to the military life. Self-application, self-determination is going to get you promoted and in the place you want to be. And Ryan, I want to thank you so much for coming by and talking with us. Is there anything else you'd like to share for our veterans?
Please apply. If you're looking to get in the maritime space, this is a great organization to do so. We have a great training program to get somebody through orientation, give them the skills that they need, and have them be successful day one or the first day that they step foot on a vessel. And we take pride in giving our folks the information and skills to be successful.
Excellent, Ryan. I have one more question before we go to break. Is this company mainly working on the Mississippi, or are there other coastlines that this company is working?
We are primarily centered around the Mississippi and its tributaries. So, you know, basically every tributary to the Mississippi touches a wide swath of the United States. So we're all over the place.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you again for being here. We've got to take a break. After the break, learn how HCC gets veterans involved in student life.
What does moving forward look like? Houston Community College has hundreds of choices, small class sizes, and personalized support to help you do just that. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
For more than a year, we have kept you informed with more than 500 remote episodes. But now we're back, bigger and better, with more news and more guests. Join us live every weekday at 10 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube, and on HCC TV at noon and 5 p.m. You can watch from anywhere. We go where you go.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay. Just go to the site.
Having a social support system can be very important to success in college. At HCC, veterans can get involved in a student organization with other veterans who will understand their experience. We're joined by Olga Schultz and Gabriel Delurand to discuss HCC's chapter of Student Veterans of America. Hello, Olga. What is the SVA?
Hi, good afternoon. Yes, so the Student Veterans of America is the SVA, Houston Community College chapter. We are a student-run, student-led organization. that is here to serve our veterans and military affiliated. It's a national organization that has been around for quite some time now. And our chapter focuses on what we can do here locally. The majority of the reasons that we wanted to really push for our chapter to be successful was exactly what you just mentioned, that camaraderie, that need to belong to something bigger and grander than yourself. To have some commonality and some like-minded individuals come together and create wonderful things, great things, and things that we can take to our national chapter to maybe make some changes in legislation that focus on our GI Bill.
Awesome. I see that you also have meet and greet opportunities. I imagine these are local, and I see that also there's a women's veteran luncheon coming up.
Yes, that's an exact example of the type of things that we like to do with our SVA chapter. So we not only volunteer for, because in this case we're volunteering for to help out with this wonderful program that Dr. LaShondra Jones with the City of Houston Veterans Affairs Department office is putting together. It's a kind of a luncheon for women, in this case, women veterans. They have things like Camp Shield, Dress for Success, Houston, Grace Under Fire, and the Center of Innovation in Equality, Effectiveness, and Safety. Ooh, big mouthful. Those types of things, they're going to be there in this environment for our veteran women who will then be provided with some wonderful resources to walk away with, as well as a great lunch and a great opportunity to make connections with other veterans who, again, may find themselves in the same situation, or just somebody to bounce off some thoughts and ideas and continue that family unity that is the military. Or was.
Outstanding. Outstanding. I see also Toys for Tots. I'm an infantry Marine, and I take pride that no one could collect more toys than myself. So I definitely want to get involved in that myself. Can you tell me about Toys for Tots?
I definitely can. As the president of the SVA's Houston Community College chapter, I am also a fellow Marine, so Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
I felt like this year and the years coming after this, that this organization should be part of the Toys for Tots, because there's a lot of kids out there that's not as fortunate as many of us to have toys. So it's just a good feeling to help someone in need when they're during the holidays, when they're around family, just when they think that there isn't anything that someone could have gave them or thought about them. Now you got these toys that are going out to know that someone cares about them.
Outstanding. I see on the other projects you have is Wreaths Across America. Can you tell me some about that?
Yes, I sure can. The Wreaths Across America is basically they go to the veterans cemetery to put wreaths on the veterans' graves. That is going to be going on December 17th, 2022 at 11 a.m. They are going to be meeting up at the Greenpoint Mall starting at 7:30 a.m. There's going to be a church group there, I guess, to greet everybody. And there's going to be vans and I think other vehicles that are bring us to the cemetery back and forth. So that's something that we're calling all vets to do. Members of the community, or not just veterans, but anybody that wants to participate in this event that we have going on for the SVA. Also to let you know that they're looking for volunteers on the 16th around 8:30 in the morning to help unload trucks with the wreaths. And they're also looking for volunteers on the 21st, January 2023 at 9 a.m. And that's to help collect the wreaths. So there's 3 different days where you can show your support.
Outstanding. And our next guest in the next segment will tell us more about that. I have another question. I see it says new leadership for the spring and general recruitment. Is this an organization where they're voting for leaders and choosing leaders? And
Yes, it is. Right now, besides me being a student, I'm a president I'm also a staff member of the school. I'm also alumni of the school. So I'm going to be passing down the officer to the different positions for any veterans that's out there that want to join, that want to be part of something, that want to help create memories. So it's not just out here for us veterans, but we also have the veteran spouses, dependents, but you have to be a veteran to be an officer for us to consider you in a position. We actually have a vice president and a co-vice president right now. Vice president being Javon Frazier and co-vice president, Ms. Latasha Berkeley. And they are going to be the next ones to take over the SVA, where Javon will be the president and Ms. Latasha will be the vice president.
If you would, do you think there is an edge for a student veteran to be a part of this organization? Is it going to help him this student be a better student?
Absolutely, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Ms. Olga, did you want to take this?
Yes, so it's because it's such a powerful organization, you know, it's a wonderful opportunity to put this on your resume, to say that you belong to the Student Veterans of America. It's nationally known. It's in the different service places that our military are at the different, you know, they have colleges there too, they have schools, so they're there as well. Just the thing about being a leader and learning to lead and helping those around you and that community, it just makes you a better person as a whole. It's that humanitism. It's a wonderful opportunity for anyone involved. We welcome students, we welcome staff members, alumni. It's a wonderful organization to be a part of, because again, you're giving back to so many people that relate to where you're coming from, and it just makes you grow as a person, in my opinion.
Outstanding. Before we go, all of y'all's contact information is on the website. Can you give us the website link to the Veterans Department?
Yes, so the website link is the VMASS online, that's VAMASS online, one word, at hccs.edu.
Thank you so very much. Thank you again to Olga and Gabriel for letting us know about some good veteran information. After the break, we're going to look at one way to honor those who serve in this holiday season.
To eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
911, where's your emergency?
Welcome back to the Veterans Voice. The holidays are a time for family, and just because someone isn't physically with us doesn't mean they aren't in our heart. Matthew Berg, President-elect of the Rotary Club of Greater Houston Veterans, joins us today. Hello, Matthew.
Good afternoon.
Matthew, my first question is, what is the Rotary Club?
Rotary Club is something that's been around since the early 1900s. Our motto is service above self. You'll see us in many different communities all throughout the Houston area. The club that I'm president-elect of is a veterans club And for both veterans and patriots, it's one of the newer clubs, but we get out in the community an awful lot and do a lot of events like the one I'm going to talk about here in just a minute.
Excellent. Thank you. I've seen the signs growing up all over the place. Hey, the Rotary clubs here, the Rotary clubs there. Thank you for explaining it to me. I see you have, and we mentioned it a little bit before, you have a special project coming up, Wreaths Across America at the Houston National Cemetery.
Yes, sir. Just like the gentleman said before, it is December 17th, right there on Veterans Memorial. He mentioned before that there will be shuttles going from Greenspoint Mall to the cemetery. But you can also park at the cemetery. I will tell you this, there's a limited amount of parking. So if you plan on going to the cemetery and parking, make sure you get there a little bit early. The cemetery opens up quite early. There's a number of different sections, but the actual ceremony won't go on until 11 o'clock. But it is neat to see. The wreaths will be motorcycle escorted in. A big truck will be bringing them in via motorcycle escort. So it's neat to see that. That usually arrives around 8 a.m. Then they deliver the wreaths in boxes all throughout through the cemetery. There will be a ceremony at the hemicircle that starts right at 11 o'clock. And when that is over, we start to lay in the wreaths on the grave sites of every one of our wounded warriors, wounded veterans, I should say.
Outstanding, outstanding. I know that we all have different levels of ability. Some of us may not be able to go and lay a wreath ourselves, but we may can purchase a wreath. Is that possible? And how can we do so?
It is possible. Wreaths Across America is a national organization. To donate here locally, just Google Wreaths Across America Houston. There's about between 72 and 78,000 grave sites out at Houston National Cemetery. Unfortunately, this year, as of a few weeks ago, we only had enough money here in the Houston area to purchase about 45,000 of those wreaths. We really want every wreath on every grave site. The wreaths are only $15, very inexpensive, but a great way to contribute. You can go right out to, it's www. You just Google it, Houston, Wreaths Across America Houston, but make sure you do it that way, Wreaths Across America Houston. I can't stress that enough. Wreaths Across America is a wonderful organization. If you go directly to theirs, it will donate into their general fund. But if you go to Wreaths Across America Houston, it'll donate directly to Houston veterans and Houston and the cemetery there on Veterans Memorial.
Excellent. So after these wreaths are laid, is there a cleanup process or is that something we can also get involved in if we can't make it to the wreath laying?
Absolutely. I will tell you, if you come on the 17th, you will see thousands and thousands and thousands of people there to help us lay these wreaths, which is really awesome. I will also tell you, you will see 1/8 of that on January 21st. Everybody wants to come out and lay the wreaths, which is awesome. January 21st, we need just as many volunteers to pick them up. Those wreaths get a little dry here in the Houston area, not as much rain, because these are real wreaths. These are not fake. These are real, actual pine wreaths that we are laying on each grave site. So we have to clean all those up, and we do that January 21st. So if you can't make it on the 17th, join us on the 21st. It starts at 9. Trust me, I get there early and I start grabbing wreaths and throwing them in the trash can. There's a big, huge dumpsters you'll see there. So if you can't help out now, we get that. We're getting close to the holiday season. We'd love to have you out there on the 21st to help us clean up every single wreath.
Great. So now is this the only opportunity that a good motivated volunteer can engage with the Rotary Club and if I wanted to volunteer in another time of the year, how can I get in touch with you to make myself available?
What a great question. If you just go two easiest way to do it, social media, obviously, just reach out, just go on social media, search for Houston Rotary Club let me rephrase that. Rotary Club of Greater Houston Veterans. You'll see all the events we have coming up all throughout the year. Also on there is the website. Just go to Rotary International, rotary.org. Search for the local club. It doesn't have to be our Rotary Club. There's Rotary clubs in just about every single city. They're always looking for volunteers. They're always looking for help, and they're always looking for new members. So there's a number of ways where you can get involved in any amount of volunteering activities that you want to do, not just here in Houston, all throughout the Houston area.
Wow, incredible information. Thank you. And we'll make sure the links are in our social media posts to contact the Rotary Club. Now that I know what it is, and as a veteran, I want to say thanks. Look forward to seeing my face. This is what veterans do. We remember each other, we care for each other, and we leave no one behind, no matter whether it's the battlefield or the classroom. So as I wrap it up, what's your favorite thing about being in the Rotary Club?
The passion to serve. And I joined the Veterans Rotary Club for a reason. I'm a veteran myself. Served in the United States Air Force from 1983 to 1988. But I'm the father of 3 veterans, one who is a wounded warrior, all 3 who served in combat. So it gives me the opportunity to give back into the community that has treated my kids so well when they came home from war throughout the past few years. So anytime I can give back, because I've been very fortunate, very blessed through my career and both in the Air Force and here for the company I work for now, to join a Rotary Club whose sole function, the Rotary Club of Greater Houston Veterans, is to work in the veterans community. You know, that's, to me, it was a no-brainer fit for me to jump all over that. I was doing a lot of these projects that I do now prior to joining Rotary, and now I've been able to bring in things like Wreaths Across America, Flags for Fallen Vets around Memorial Day. I've been able to bring that to the Rotary Club and just expand our giving back to our veterans.
Excellent information. And I was just going to ask you your involvement in veteran affairs before the Rotary Club, but you've made me understand now that this may be the rally point for us motivated veterans who want to volunteer and continue the tradition of taking care of each other.
Yeah, amen. Many of our brothers and sisters came home going back to the Vietnam War and weren't treated quite as well. We see the way we bring home our veterans now. While we're not doing everything right yet, they know now that they have folks out there that can help them. I heard a couple things mentioned before on the women's function coming up, Camp Shield. The lady who runs that, Maggie Peterson, is part of our Rotary Club. So, you know, we got a lot of organizations to help a lot of our brothers and sisters that are getting out of the military and transitioning back to civilian life. That's just one of the many functions our Rotary Club tries to do, connect those folks to the right programs.
Matthew, you've been outstanding. I don't know who's learned more today, myself or hopefully all the other veterans watching, but thank you so much. And if you'd like more information on any of the organizations and services you've seen on the program today, visit our website at hccs.edu/VeteransVoice. An audio version of this show is available on Apple Podcasts. Just search for the HCC TV Podcast Network and then hit the subscribe button. For everyone here at HCC TV, thank you for joining us on Veterans Voice.